Now, the World Health Organization says the Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo will be contained if the violence is stopped. Since the outbreak started in August 2018, more than 1,100 people have died, making this the second deadliest Ebola outbreak in history. Data from the DRC's Ministry of Health shows that 20% of new infections occurred over the past 3 weeks. Some experts say this outbreak may reach the scale of the West African one, which ended in 2016 and claimed the lives of more than 11,000 people.
We're fighting insecurity. We're fighting violence. We're fighting misinformation. We're fighting mistrust, and we're fighting the politicization of an outbreak. Since January, there have been dozens of attacks on health facilities in North Kivu. Every attack disrupts our operations. Every attack makes it harder to reach communities. Every attack gives the virus an advantage. I have also met personally with His Excellency the President of DRC and opposition leaders to urge a bipartisan approach to ending this outbreak, because Ebola does not take sides. It's the enemy of everybody. Unless we unite to end this outbreak, we run the very risk that it will become more widespread and more expensive and more aggressive.
Now, the killing of albinos in Malawi has become a campaign issue ahead of the national election tomorrow. The opposition is accusing the government of not doing enough to stop kidnapping and killings, and the albinos themselves fear for their lives. Belief in witchcraft is widespread in rural Malawi, fueling ritual killings, especially targeting people with albinism because of the belief that their body parts can increase wealth and influence.
This is Rose Nsogbe. She's more concerned about her personal safety than with preparing for Tuesday's election. She has albinism, a genetic condition where a lack of the melanin pigment makes hair and skin pale and also increases vulnerability to sunburn and skin cancer.
I'm a woman with albinism here in Malawi, where the abduction and killings of persons with albinism has been happening so much in the past few years, just because of that people were having the belief that when they get the bones or even any part of a person with albinism, they can get rich, or even for those who are doing politics, that they can be getting more votes or even win the elections.
The head of the Association of Persons with Albinism in Malawi, Overston Kondowe, says people living with albinism are living in fear because of their widespread belief in charms and the relatively large number of political candidates contesting in the polls. The focus on albino murders has sparked finger-pointing amongst politicians ahead of the election, with the main opposition party, the Malawi Congress Party MCP, accusing government of doing little to stop the killings. 6 people with albinism will contest the May elections in a bid to tackle the stigma and violence they face.
We are just hoping that maybe if we can have the other government which can come in and change and protect us persons with albinism more than what we are going through now, so that we can be free and be doing our usual works and be doing our businesses and everything like everyone else does here in Malawi.
The superstitions, stigmas and maiming and also killing of people with albinism is visible across a number of southern and East African countries,